You're live on WGMD. Welcome to the show.
Hello, mister. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. You're talking about my favorite subject, Limbaugh, Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity. And you and I have talked about this before. It's Randy, by the way. Hello, sir.
Randy, this is for everybody listening. This one of the most talented broadcasters I know, Randy Dascher. RandyDasher.com.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One thing that we brought up back on my shows, we might as well relive memories. Those three guys, Rush Limbaugh. Now, I never listened to them when I was on the air because I was on the air. But
right.
As far as I know, I kept my ear to the ground. None of them endorsed a Republican during the Republican primary. They didn't go out on a limb and go, hey, I like Huckabee or I like so-and-so, and I want all my listeners.
Right.
None of them did that. They all just went, I don't know who I like. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know. You got 10 guys that are Republicans. You're supposed to all be Republican conservative talk show hosts. One of them had to be good enough out of the 10. I know who I liked, and I talked about it every day on the air. Ron Paul,
yes.
Ron Paul.
Yes, but, you did.
Pick one. And they right now, Obama wouldn't be president if the three of them got together. They're doing the same show. Limbaugh created it. The other two are copying it. Glenn Beck does like a funny version of it. Hannity does the worst version of it ever. It's Limbaugh without the laughs. And why not just all three of them get together and say you like whoever, Romney, pick one, and he would be the president now. Or maybe they don't have that many listeners. I don't know. But
no, they Randy, I think you're right. I think if they had gotten together, but you got to realize, they're in it for the bucks and solely for the bucks. People think Glenn Beck gives a fat rat's petard about them are crazy. All he cares about is stuffing money in his pockets. Same thing with Hannity, and the same thing with Rush. You and I agree on Rush. He invented the format. He does it better than anybody. I don't agree with him, but he does a very entertaining show.
Absolutely. I turned on Limbaugh the other day out driving around Christmas shopping, and I'm like, I haven't heard Rush in like a year. The last time I heard Rush was on 92.7 when we went down the shore because you recommended listening to 92.7 when I got married 3 years ago. That's how much you've been behind this station.
Thank you.
I pulled out, we were watching my wedding DVD. We got married on the air, and you called in during the show, and we talked about how we were going to drive down to Ocean City, and you said, well, on your way down, check out a little station. No, not a little station, but check out a great station, 92.7 WGMD. And, that's what I listen to when I go down the shore, because I love Limbaugh on FM. So, anyway, I'm all over the place. And I'm not drinking. So Limbaugh's on, and they don't do the best of Rush. I guess when Rush is on vacation, he puts on a horrible host and nobody steals his job. So there was an English guy on there going,
oh, he's the worst.
Oh, the taxes are too high. I don't know how to pay the taxes. Oh, Obama's a socialist. Oh, yeah. Dreadful. It was off faster than it was on. I couldn't believe it. Anyway,
it's bad. It's bad. It's funny. You totally agree with another friend of mine who's in radio. He's actually doing morning drive now up in Boston on Rush Radio, the Rush talk station up there. Jeff Katz. Jeff Katz also agrees. He said whenever Limbaugh goes on break, they put in some lesser light, so you're so appreciative when Rush comes back.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they should have a guy that records, obviously they tape every second of the show, and just sit there and log it, and when something's especially funny, put a little star next to it and do best of Rush. I know it's like a newsworthy show, and the time matters, but still, you could do best of Stern. Why you could do best of Limbaugh? I don't get it.
I agree. Randy, I totally agree. I do, man. I do. Well, hey, but listen, if anybody out there, I'm going to be unabashed plugging today. If anybody out there is looking for a morning or afternoon drive talk host or rock host, because he's good in both formats, RandyDasher.com. This guy rules the airwaves, and it's a crime that he's not on right now.
Well, thank you, mister. I appreciate that. And but GMD rules. I wish I lived in Rehoboth because We don't have a local station here. Well, we have one, but they've been off the air for an hour and a half. They've been playing dead air. And it's a storm, and I'd like to know what's going on. And I'm listening to a station several hundred miles away via stream, and you guys are doing great coverage. You're doing the snow coverage. When you go to break, the local guy does more snow coverage, either the closings of the outlets and stuff. We don't have that here. We have a station that was playing automation, and the last song ended at 2 o'clock, and they've been off the air. So probably Jay's listening to your show now. Of course, he's not listening to his station. So, Steve, I heard
This is Randy. This is give you a little behind the scenes, because actually we're going to go behind the scenes with the Jim Sumter show a little later. We're going to talk about that debacle that's going on.
Awesome.
I mean, you know what I'm going to be talking about, but did that just blow your mind what he's doing right now?
I've never read anything so funny. I mean, it's like just begging.
I know. It's like, please.
It's like panhandling on radio, on a website.
Exactly. If I would have done it, I'd walk by a steam vent in Center City, for God's sake, if I needed that kind of nonsense. But no, Randy for years worked for a radio station in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and really defined that station, really saved it, because the station was going to hell in a handbasket. I mean, it was dying. You went in, shot some new life into it, gave it a morning show, gave it a format as its morning host and program director. It was rocking, and it wasn't making money because, let's figure out, the owner wouldn't pay for a good sales guy.
Yes. It was all straight commission with inexperienced kids would come in. Here, we'll get free business cards printed up at the place that does trade. Yeah. Now go out and try to sell. You can have 30%.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. So eventually some Shylock came in and sold him this bill of goods, and now the station is, I mean, for God's sake, it's Westchester, Pennsylvania, and they had a sex talk show on there.
They said the V word like 8,000 times in an hour one day. I was like, I know here I am calling it the V word.
The V word. Well, no, we thank you at WGMD because you, Randy, I have a list from Dan Gaffney of words I can't say, and that one's circled. Got big exclamation points by it, and a cute little drawing that actually somewhat resembles. Well, yeah, anyway. Oh, look, it's a Brazilian. Anyway, hey, my friend, thank you for the call.
Thank you, sir. Take care. Great show.
You are always welcome, Randy. Thank you. Please, feel free to. Thank you. Feel free to call back, please, and always. RandyDascher.com. If you want to check it out, he's also in a wonderful internet series called The Clink.